neighborhood do you live in?
The ghetto kind?
Well, I mean,
Kind
yeah.
of.
Have you,
No,
have you
not
have
no, not fully ghetto, but it's all right.
There could be people screaming in it.
Yeah, I mean, my neighbor, I witnessed a B&E happening, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, it seemed like I prevented it, but maybe we'll bring that up in a little bit. Welcome back, guys. This is a new episode of Working Title.
Hey there.
Yeah, it is.
And
Well,
yeah, we're gonna we're gonna do this fairly weekly. We didn't clarify that before, but
Oh, we are?
yeah, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
I think we're up for it.
Yeah,
I'm having fun. I think you guys are too, hopefully.
Yeah, no, we can do it.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. It's good. It's like a weekly update on, it's something for my schedule to stick to,
Right.
which is nice.
Lets me know what day of the week it is.
Yeah, it's the anchor.
Wednesday at 9. I now know what time it is during the week.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went hiking a few days ago, and it was delightful.
That's good.
Yeah. To anyone up at Western Washington University listening in, I highly recommend the Oyster Dome Trail. It's not too far from campus. It's a nice, easy hike. It's just a good way to get outside, enjoy a little bit of nature.
Yeah.
That's something I've come to realize about Pacific Northwesterners. We're basically hobbits in that we just love nature. And just,
I was gonna say you guys really love your outdoors.
Yeah,
a lot of mushrooms up there.
Yeah, there are. But no, it's you're pretty hard pressed to find a Northwesterner that doesn't like some aspect of like outdoorsiness, be it like kayaking or skiing, rock climbing, hiking.
Yeah,
walking your dog.
It's always nice when that's an option.
Yeah,
when it's kind of all around you like that.
Yeah.
Well, when the weather's nice, really, I think that's a major part of the Pacific Northwestern. The ability that they can go out all the time and just spend some time out there, pretty much year round, and not have to worry about freezing to death or burning to death.
Right.
I feel like that. I know it gets cold, but it's
and we do get pretty wet. But,
yes.
Other than that.
But a lot of water, unless it's a flash flood, I don't think it will kill you, right?
No.
Unless I'm thinking, okay, all right.
Yeah, no, we're pretty fine up here. There's some flooding. There's a lot of hills in Seattle, but it's pretty rare.
That's good.
Yeah. But what have you guys been up to the last few weeks? How have your starts of summers been?
Senior, why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, I just got back from Sacramento, visiting my mom up there.
Oh, yeah.
It was just it was a good time. It's the first time I've ever been to Sacramento. Pretty beautiful area overall. A little bit hotter than SoCal.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at least it was Granite Bay. That's where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys don't know it, but it was nice.
That's good.
And that was pretty much it. I thanks to Mitch, I kind of started to get into Diablo 3 a little bit.
Oh,
I mean, I'm level 13 now, so it's not really a little bit, I guess. Some time went into it.
That's good that you guys Working Title is affecting all of us in many ways.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is. It's like a impending game addiction, but
well,
we'll see. I'll keep it under control.
I won't judge you for it if you go all out.
I remember RuneScape. Like I got really hooked onto that.
Oh man, that game.
I think that was really popular. I don't know if it was for all of us, but I must have been like
12.
I want to think 8th grade. Yeah, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, like 7th, 8th grade.
Something like that. It was really popular, right?
Yeah,
I never
turned off that game
Go ahead,
really
Mitch.
early. Yeah, thank you. I got turned off that game really early when I was conned into. I feel like we've talked about this before, but I was conned into mining stuff for a higher level person, and then they were like, "Don't worry, you do the mining, and I'll protect you." And then I like mine for a while, and I get killed, and then he just takes all my stuff and leaves.
Oh wow.
Yeah, early game con, man.
That's not cool.
Was this that's the way it worked, right? You would lose everything.
Well, it's just you would like drop everything, and then if you're playing with someone, they could pick it up for you and then give it back to you or whatever. Yeah. But
you didn't give it back.
Nope, never saw him again because I stopped playing shortly thereafter.
Yeah, fair enough. That sucks, dude.
Bastard.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to start playing a game like that. I never actually picked it up. Good. A lot of the I've never played World of Warcraft, any of those computer games. It's not that I have. It's not that I have anything against them, or that I think I would become addicted. Though it's very likely. It's just I don't know. I've never had the time or the opportunity.
Yeah. All right. That's. I'm happy for you.
Well, yeah, it's at the same time, I feel like I sort of missed out on part of the growing up on video game culture.
Well, I'm questioning video games altogether. Kind of the weighing out the fact that they're fun and entertaining, but they amount to nothing in the real world. You could make an argument you could become a professional gamer or this and that, but
that's really difficult to do.
By and large, I don't know. That's kind of the way I feel.
Well, I mean, Senior,
what? Go for it.
Can I go? Okay. Senior, my whole question is, does everything have to be a means to an end for you?
I just feel like if you're doing anything other than playing games, you're probably bettering. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing an instrument instead of playing a game.
Well, I mean, but do you need to be
from other things?
Do you need to be bettering yourself all the time, though?
No, I guess not. I mean, I think the idea is you budget in, a couple hours of decompression time. Yeah. I guess you're right. I kind of went to the extreme, maybe, of if it consumes you and kind of...
Oh, yeah, of course. Well
anything consuming you is terrible. I mean, if you're, drugs and alcohol, or drugs aren't bad unless they consume you, or... being, right. Or just working 24 or working 50 hours a week or whatever. It's good until you start working 80 hours a week, and then you're just I love it too much. Make it money, do cocaine, whatever.
Right.
There's
do cocaine.
Nymphomania. Sex is great, but if you have too much of it, you become addicted, and it's really bad. That's what I've heard.
Well, actually, I think technically...
what are the cons there besides VD and whatnot?
I mean,
just ruining relationships.
It's bad. It gets to the point where you're like, oh my god, I want to have sex so bad, but you don't actually want to have sex anymore. You're just, it's like a.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, in some cases at least.
It's sort of it's a physical addiction to sex, not only a mental addiction.
Yeah, it's that's why it's maniac. It's nymphomaniac. It is, you're constantly driving, trying to get sex. It's consuming you. Again,
it's like cigarettes. It's like cigarettes and sex. It's the rough equivalent. You need to have a cigarette. You need to have sex.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, it might be slightly different. I don't think it's necessarily an addiction, or I don't think it progresses in the same way as an addiction. I feel like it's more actually a psychological capacity thing. I don't know.
I'm not a nymphomaniac expert.
I'm no neurologist.
They talk about that oral fixation element of it, and I wonder. I'm talking about cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was all right.
I see what you did there.
And blow jobia, is that what it's called?
What you do to your cigarettes, Senior? I think you're doing it wrong.
But I think, I can imagine that the aspect of kind of being busy, like chewing gum, smoking cigarettes, a toothpick in your mouth, but you couple that with nicotine, and I can see how that's a really brilliant kind of formula for addiction.
Placebo.
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay, yeah. The it's actually kind of odd when since quitting, and then even like a little bit before when I was still going.
How is that going? Congratulations.
It's progressing. You know, I'm not
progressing
perfect.
has a neutral connotations to it.
I'm not perfect. I've relapsed once or twice, but for the most part, it's been 3 weeks. So hanging in there.
That's great. Dude, that's what I heard is it's 21 days to form a habit, which can be breaking a habit too, you know.
Yeah. There's
you just got to make it past day 21.
Yeah. You know, got to keep pulling for it. But there's what I would do in class sometimes is, you know how some kids would like chew on a pencil,
right?
Like what I would do is I would take the pencil and I would pretend it was a cigarette, and for some reason just the action of mimicking taking a drag, it causes a head high.
What?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. If and I was holding the pen and like, this is a pen.
Maybe you store up nicotine, like you store up THC or other
that might
compounds.
be it. But it was the weirdest thing. As for some reason I just decided to try it in the middle of some class, and I was like, whoa, that worked.
I think it's definitely like it's. Once your body has the sensation stored away in its memory banks, it can kind of tap into it at any time. Just like how when you could be at a party or whatever, and you could serve everyone non-alcoholic beer and not tell them, and then everyone will start acting all shit-faced and whatnot, just because it's the
social thing to do.
It's not the social thing to do per se, but it's what they expect to be happening to them.
Yeah,
mind over matter, man.
That's what I was. Yeah, it's not just
not to sound like a born again freak.
Too late.
Were you saying something? Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
All right, fine. It was just going off of that last little bit. There was an entire study done on the whole placebo alcohol effect, and it was they were all drinking non-alcoholic beer, and they started all talking louder, slowly they started talking louder, being more boisterous, more social, whereas they were all reserved before. And it's just really interesting how it's so subtle, but it's like you recognize those as all the traits of someone who's consuming alcohol, but none of it's there.
Yeah, see, for me, and that was a very interesting study. It's just it got used too much for me. Like every single anti-alcohol thing that I went to, they brought up that study, and for me, it got to a point where you know what, I hate this study.
Yeah,
but it was a very interesting concept, and I think it was worth investigating. But I do not want to hear about it for the 15th time at freshman orientation.
True.
So I just have a personal grudge against that study. I don't. For that reason.
Fair enough.
But yeah, very interesting stuff.
Yes,
it is. You were saying something, Senior.
Yeah. I don't even remember what I was saying. So
there you go.
We can move on from that. Don't pull me back.
Fair enough. Game of Thrones is coming to an end soon. That's sad.
Oh, I'm saving the episodes. I'm conserving them.
Okay, smart man. Don't want to go. I didn't do that. First day back from school, I got onto the HBO account we have at my parents' house, and I back.
No,
it was bad.
Wow.
Which, I mean, it was so good, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Let's see. I saw this last week's episode, Blackwater.
Yep. No
and
spoilers.
I mean, it was good.
No spoilers, please.
It was good. It's kind of like Hamlet. Everybody dies. No, I'm kidding. Sorry if I just spoiled Hamlet for anyone who hasn't read it.
God damn it, Jake! You son of a bitch.
You're a theater major.
Yeah, and I haven't read Hamlet yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be a joke at this point. I would be concerned.
I feel like I've read it 4 times, and all in school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the only Shakespeare I read in school was Macbeth. So I mean, it's not that strange. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to read 4 or 5 different ones.
Were you in a Shakespeare class?
No, just over the course of my English classes.
Yeah, see, I read a lot of Shakespeare too, just because that was what they taught us.
Just because that is what they taught us. It sounds so Pink Floyd, The Wall. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I had such a grudge against that shit and SATs and all that.
Oh, I mean, I have a huge grudge against SATs and reading. My whole thing, and actually, my mom was in agreement with me on this, and it really made her mad. And it was the reading that my schools would pick for over the summer reading or the books that we would choose. I hated them. And every time I showed her my reading list, she'd be like, you know what? Yeah, these are not books that guys want to read, or that students, male students of that age, are comfortable reading. Or would want to be interested in. And she was saying how it was all, they had gone too far backwards on the trying to get everybody interested in reading X book or whatever, and it was too girly, actually, of a reading selection and for all parties to be interested in. Yeah. So
yeah, it was just those reading lists. I don't know if any time I actually received hey, here's a reading list, you should do reading over the summer. They always said, oh, your teacher's going to have you do some assignment at the beginning of the year, so make sure you actually do it. And that was total bullshit. Never did that happen.
Oh, that always happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying you had projects.
we had projects, I think, on every single one.
I'm with Jake on this one.
Wow. Well,
it came to fruition. They were not bullshitting.
They were not empty threats.
But they usually told us which books
the
assignments would be based off, I think.
Interesting.
Or it was read 4 of them or whatever, and then you would have to write a paper on the 4 that you read or something like that.
High school was so shitty. I feel like I worked so much harder in high school. Do you guys agree?
I guarantee that you did.
Yeah. So much busy work.
The work is harder in college, but there's much less time devoted to actually doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
No, it means that you're spending a shit ton of time doing a lot of easy work that you really don't need to be doing. That's what it means. High school, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But, I guess the whole concept behind the whole busy work is just repetition, and writing stuff out really does help you memorize it better.
I guess it depends on what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, but I just meant kind of in general. The concept of okay, here's this worksheet. You have to fill in the answers. It's based off of the chapter. Read the chapter. Do the worksheet. There's not that in college, ever.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I mean, with languages.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That's the exception, probably.
Yeah. That's.
Languages, maybe science classes. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Nobody has a point. Reading for an English class, and then getting specific questions on what happened in the plot of that, like a quiz on that chapter. Is that what you were sort of referencing, Mitch?
Or just having key terms for a history chapter. You read chapter, they give you all the key terms, and then all you have to do is read through the chapter, and then when it's in a different font of a different and a different color, it's clear exactly where the word is. You can, and then it's terrible because you can get away with not even reading the chapter, and then you can just go and find where all the key words are, and then put the definition down. So I I guess you'll be able to remember that key term really well, but you won't really know the context, which is, again, bad.
Yeah, that's true. Then again, I mean, textbooks are extremely wordy.
That's true also.
You know, I never...
It's almost like they're fucking with you, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, like, who... entire textbook, you know, cover to cover and enjoyed it. And, you know, like it's just too much there. And I feel like when they put the key terms up, they somewhat expect you to just look for those key terms, at least in a few chapters. Maybe, you know, read one or two chapters here and there and something that you're interested in, and then like the rest is just screw it. I'm gonna look for the key terms.
I feel like you need to treat textbooks like encyclopedias. You know, I mean, at least to survive.
Yeah, it's not a book. It's just a text, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a reference.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of high schools, though, I would try to go back and visit mine today, but it was on lockdown because there was a shooting across Seattle today.
I saw that headline.
Yeah, there was.
I did not. Wow.
It was the University District Racer Cafe. Guy came in and shot 5 people, 3 of whom were killed, 2 were wounded. Later, he was somehow able to escape the area, make it all the way downtown, where he tried to commit grand theft auto on some woman, shot and killed her. And then when the police finally tracked him down to West Seattle, he shot himself.
Wow.
Which begs the question, why not just start with that step? I mean, yes, that's a very callous thing to say, but random acts of violence,
I think there's an intention there, though.
But
do it.
I guess.
Because then he would just kill himself. Don't you feel like they must be rationalizing it on some level? They have to.
I mean, of course they're rational. It's not just... very seldom is it, like, completely random. It can't just be, like...
Yeah, it's not like somebody just says, I want to kill everyone, I'm just gonna shoot people.
I hate ketchup! And then boom.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess that must happen
I
sometimes.
said no onions.
Why don't you have Heinz? I don't eat this Hunt's shit.
I'll see now that might actually happen one day. Hunt's is terrible.
Fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Thank you.
That's some Blue Velvet for all those very intense old movie lovers. Check it out. It's weird as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Did you guys hear about the Miami thing that happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the cannibal or the naked man.
Did you guys read up on that? Because
no. What happened?
Well, the whole thing was basically it's really creepy. It plays out totally like a horror movie. The way the cops found this guy is they followed. First they found a car that was abandoned along the freeway, and then they found items of clothing, spaced out, but like breadcrumbs. So what this guy was doing is he was just stripping down slowly. He finds this guy who's like kind of a down and out person who actually he graduated from like a nice college and all this, but that's neither here nor there.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to say. He knocks that guy out, and then he just starts eating his face. But the thing is, the cops don't find him until 18 minutes in, all right? And when they find him, the guy has already eaten 80% of the face.
Oh, God.
Including the eyeballs are gone, dude.
Oh, my God.
Listen to this. The cop pulls out his gun immediately when he figures out what's going on. It's like, stop. Nothing. Stop. The guy's not responding to him. He goes around to the front of the guy, yells stop, points the gun at the guy. The guy looks up with a piece of flesh in his mouth. He growls at him. And then the cop shoots him one time. The guy keeps eating. And then he shoots him 3 more times.
Oh.
When I heard about this story, I was like, he was the first zombie. He is the first fucking zombie.
Yeah.
It's called cannibalism. You have to be dead if you want to be a zombie. God.
But and people passed by and drove by. This was like, you got to envision. I don't know what it's called, but it's like they said it was an off ramp. It's not an off ramp. It's like a shoulder of a freeway, but it's divided and it's paid for like bikers and runners and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
And these people just like the cars drove by. You would see a car slow down and then just speed off. I mean, they were probably thinking, "That's a fucking zombie. I'm getting out of here."
Wow, that is creepy as shit.
They're attributing it to bath salts.
Bath salts.
Yeah, have you guys heard about that's like an intense drug now?
I've actually heard about that. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
It's not actually bath salts. They just label it that way, and they produce it legally, intending for illegal usage. Think about that. Like it says harmful to humans and this and that, but that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
These shady guys do this, and I don't know. It's interesting. I was talking.
Actually, yeah. There, just really quickly, there was speaking on that whole zombie outbreak thing. There was another article out. Something really, really weird. I saw that I was like, this entire week is just dedicated to real life horror zombie. There was like a chemical spill, or it was on Twitter. Some university campus sent out a tweet that said the science building has been locked down. All persons are recommended to evacuate immediately, and it's like extremely business official. And what had happened was just that someone had knocked into one of the shelves, and a bunch of flammable chemicals had mixed, and they were being as safe as they could be. Right. But just like the creepiness of that. Hazardous waste or material has been released into the environment. All members recommended to evacuate immediately. Yeah. Coupled with the guy eating the other guy's face.
But listen, with that, the guy eating the other guy's face, they get this guy in the stretcher because the guy's alive, by the way.
But yeah,
he's unconscious. There, at some point along the ambulance ride, he wakes up. And you got to imagine, the guy just starts screaming and flailing. They strap him down. I mean, I was literally thinking, all that needed to happen for this to go the other way is the guy wakes up, bites one of the EMTs.
Oh, gosh.
The EMT flips out, bites the other EMT. They fuck with the driver. It crashes. People go to see what happened to the ambulance. And there you go. I mean...
You guys want to hear something real crazy?
Go.
I've got a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You ready?
Hello. Okay. Say it one more time.
Jake, you heard that, correct?
A list of 11 what?
11 different headlines.
Okay.
Newspaper headlines.
Yeah.
All right. May 16th. MacArthur High School hazmat situation. Students, teachers decontaminated after breaking out in rash. May 19th. No confirmation on chemical at Fort Lauderdale's International Airport. The 21st. Police. Man bites woman in Westchester. 23rd. I-285 reopens after hazmat incident. The 23rd. Man bites cousin's nose off.
What the fuck?
24th. The 24th. Second Broward school reports mystery rash. 25th, hazmat called after kids exposed to pesticide on bus. Hazmat EMS respond to Lake County, Florida school. 25th, disoriented, in quotes, passenger subdued on flight in Miami. 26th, naked man allegedly eating victim's face, shot and killed by Miami police. Also on the 26th, Florida doctor spits blood at highway patrolman after DUI arrest. And the 27th, Georgia contractor bites Lowe's employees, resists arrest. Shit's going crazy in the South.
What were you reading from?
Well, technically, I found this on Law Snaps.
Okay, so this is just like there's been an incident every day.
Well,
it sounds like it. 11 highlights.
Yeah, 16th, 19th, 21st, 2 on the 23rd, 24th, 2 on the 25th, 2 on the 26th, and 1 on the 27th.
You know, it's so creepy to think about. Like, what if the bath salt thing is a cover up? You know?
Well, why is everybody biting everyone else? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, government's making them. How crazy would that be? Engineering some type of biological weapon, testing it out. It's not contagious, but
why would you test it out? No way you would test it out on your own civilians secretly.
In the South? Hang on.
Well, it depends on who these people are. I mean, the face eater guy was like a drifter for the past 4 years.
Yeah, but he ended up eating,
eating face.
Okay. Yeah, he ate face.
He ate face.
Oh man, that would be so scarring.
What if that was slang for making out? Like, yo, dude, did you eat face?
I feel like it probably is.
I think it is somewhere. Like I know sucking face. Okay,
that's pretty bad. But eat face is like, when you hear eat, I mean, don't you think about like chewing and swallowing? I mean,
yeah,
eating. Yeah,
you kind of have to. I feel like.
There is a sexual term involving eating, so that's what my mind immediately goes to if you suggestively say eating. But I don't know. That's eating face. After hearing this article, my mind would probably go to cannibalism now. But if you said that before, it would have been that's a really weird way to say making out with someone, isn't it?
It is a pretty vulgar way. I feel like.
Yeah.
Eat face.
Ugh. Yeah, well, now I'm just grossed out by that saying.
It has so many connotations with us.
Oh, man. 80% of his face. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even if I woke up on, Novocaine or whatever it is, heroin, whatever it's worth.
Morphine?
Morphine, yeah. And I had no eyes, and my face was gone, I'm pretty sure I'd just be like, someone just put me to sleep, please.
Permanently.
Oh my! I mean, can you rehabilitate your life after that? I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I don't think it's really I guess just the complete randomness of the attack. Wow, I don't know. I mean, I could rehabilitate my life, I think. I mean, I would just mostly be confused and upset because I don't know why the fuck my face randomly just got eaten by some asshole.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird shit, man.
But I mean, in terms of no eyes, and having to learn how to deal with that,
Yeah.
Even apart from everything else.
Yeah, but I mean, blindness is something that could potentially happen to me anyway. I could develop cataracts when I'm older, so it's something.
Okay, well, you have about 60 years, so.
Well, still, though, I mean, it's something that could happen. You could lose your eyesight at any day. You could take a nasty hit to the head, and there goes your eyesight, or there goes your hearing.
Get your face eaten. It could happen.
There's always that.
Yeah. I mean, Mitch, that's about the rough equivalent of saying, well, the Matrix could stop.
Right.
Yeah, it could happen.
Okay, but your guys are also saying, it's impossible to live your life if you lose your sight.
Well, no, that I did not. That I did not say.
Well, I didn't say you, but
in such a way, though.
I didn't say anything about the Matrix.
Well,
so there.
I'm just saying, hypothetical situations, that is one of them.
Yeah, but hypothetical situations apparently is also some guy randomly fucking eats your face nowadays. Well, I mean, it's a new potential hypothetical. We hadn't thought of it before, but
you're right. And at any given time, someone could eat your face off. That sucks.
You could also get hit by a bus.
Yes.
Or choke on your own hair. Who knows?
Rough shit, man.
Rough shit.
Okay, I have a topic that I brought in, and this is a complete change of pace. I'm just going to warn you guys right now.
Hit it.
But it's something that has been bothering me for the past few days. I'm taking care of a house right now. I'm house sitting. I'm also dog sitting. But it's a nice house, really fancy house. But she has some very nice furniture, things like that. But she has a lot of really nice plates. And I got to thinking about my parents, and my mom has a lot of what she considers to be very fancy plates that are just sort of decorations around the house. So my whole question is, why do women love fancy plates?
Why do men like fancy cars?
Well, but cars have a use. Women,
Plates
they
have
don't use those plates. They just sort of sit in the house.
Well, then what's the point of statue? What's the point of a canvas artwork? What's the point of a glass sculpture? Lightning glass. What's the point of any of that? It's just it looks nice. People like things that look nice.
Yeah, but
They're
the thing is, yes, by aesthetic, it's a nice aesthetic, but like the whole plate thing, I don't know. I mean, what is so great about a plate? Unless you're going to use it.
Well, apparently the design, it's...
Sorry, Mitch, you cut out again.
I said I'm sure that the designs on these plates are lovely.
Yes.
It's like, okay, why would people collect... I know my ex-stepmom, my dad's second wife, former second wife, whatever. Second ex-wife? Doesn't matter. She had like a collection of just a bunch of different salt and pepper shakers. They were like all ceramic and all slightly different, and like some of them were, it was just a regular old 2 green, one had a S, one had a P, and then sometimes it was like a little boy and a little girl, or sometimes it'd be like a cat and a dog, it's random stuff. It's like a collection. Why do people collect postage stamps? Why do people collect Russian nesting dolls?
Yeah. I guess maybe the question is then, not so much the why collect, but why plates? Like there's you gotta eat pretty much every single woman that I know that owns a house and is upwards of I don't know 35, 40 has at least 10 or 10 plus plates around the house that are there for decoration and aren't really being used for anything other than they are not being used for anything other than decoration. And it's I can see the aesthetic qualities of it, and it's a nice plate, but why plates? Why so often do they go for plates?
Availability. I'll just say that. I think you're really stuck on the fact that it's plates.
Yeah.
At that point, I think if they're just there for decoration, then it's just decor or, art. It's not, you shouldn't look at it as a plate. You should look at it as like a piece of art or whatever.
You guys are talking about plates like they're purses, though. Like every woman is into plates.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't say everyone.
I feel like a lot of women.
That a lot.
Really?
No.
Maybe it's just an Arizona thing.
Like some older women. I understand, like when women talk about fine china and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but purses. I mean, they're also watch collectors. I think it's the same thing. It's right.
It's
crafted art.
It's just pieces of art that happen to also be plates. Just like, people can collect sunglasses or different pairs of funny socks,
Good points, gentlemen. Thank you for those.
Yippee.
Yeah, I think issue resolved. Something like that.
Issue resolved.
There we go.
Topic completed 100%.
Did we get full sync on it?
I think memory was 100% sync.
Oh,
nice.
Guys,
Yeah.
I forgot.
What's that?
I forgot to mention when I was coming back, when I landed in the John Wayne Airport after coming back from Sacramento Airport.
Yes.
They held up the plane, and then they told us why. Someone had made it through security, and they had to kick everyone out of the terminal. It only held us up for like 10 minutes. because it didn't really affect us because we were already there.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was kind of crazy. Just the idea, like, how did these guys like get through? Do they just like run through, or like the idea that it just happened? Like, do they realize?
Yeah. Wait. Why did they just walk through? Like what?
I don't know how they got through, but I'm thinking
Did they have an objective?
It had to be easy enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I imagine they were probably trying to get to a plane.
Or it could have been
What?
maybe accidental. Like, you're just that stupid. You know, like the do not enter areas. Because they're not necessarily fenced off.
It's true. It's just kind of like a sign that says, "Don't walk in this way."
And there's like a cop there that's supposed to be watching.
Yeah, maybe they saw him, and I don't know.
Huh. Well, there was a giant incident. I remember maybe it was about a year or so ago, where a guy like caused this huge panic at a big airport. It could have been LAX or JFK, something like that, because he went past that point. He was still in sight of it, and realized that he forgot his camera and just ran back.
Ooh.
And it was this huge incident. Airport lockdown for like an hour and a half because the guy ran back to get his camera.
Like, he just ran out of the airport, and they were like, he planted some shit somewhere.
Well, he made it past that security checkpoint, past the do not enter, past this point sign. He realized he forgot his camera and turned around and went back through that way.
He left it on the plane.
He left it on the plane, or he left it on like in the gate somewhere. Like he gotten off the plane. I mean, I'm just hypothesizing here, but say he got off the plane, went to eat somewhere, left his camera there, went past that security checkpoint, realized that he left the camera, turned around because he didn't want it to go through security again.
Smart move would have been definitely not running.
Yeah,
that's where I would have put my money.
Yeah,
and now they're nuking me in those full body scanners every time I'm at the airport.
Oh yeah, that's
like at first it was rare. Now it's all over.
Yeah, there's like a legitimate line.
I don't think it's actually nuking you, but
well,
microwave.
No, I mean whatever X-rays, right?
I think it's something new. I don't think it's X-rays because X-ray wouldn't do very much use at all.
Yeah,
it's like it's some weird
whatever it is
mass. I have no idea. I don't think it's X-rays.
It just sees like objects, I guess.
Yeah,
it differentiates between bodies and objects.
You look like a blob. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Though one thing I was thinking last time I went through JFK, actually coming back up, I think everyone would have a lot more fun with it if you could do like your own cool pose, just so long as like you still outline your hands like perfectly.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's like because then the people in the booth are looking and it's like, hey, that's a silly pose that person did. Ha ha ha.
I don't think they.
Or like, oh man, that's the 5th time I've seen that pose.
Can you make someone laugh?
But yeah.
Well,
can you make a joke?
I think so. You can make. Yeah, you can make jokes. Don't make jokes about bombs and. I bet I look like a real terrorist, don't I? Ha ha ha!
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to win you many friends. But
no.
You can say good morning and what? I don't know. Actually,
I don't need bags where I'm going, my friend.
Ha ha! No carry on today? Oh, not for any day. Yeah, that would
not end well.
I don't
actually. Well, here's. I had a conversation with just recently when I went back here in Phoenix for the summer. I had like a 2-minute conversation with the guy who was going through the backpacks, or he was at the scanner looking at the monitor, and it was my Generation 1 PS3. I brought it on carry-on because I didn't really feel safe bringing it through, checking it through, because those things do get stolen. And the guy was like, "Oh shit, is this the first generation?" And like we had a conversation for 2 minutes about how awesome it was, and I was like getting worried. I'm like, dude, shouldn't you be looking at the thing?
Like the belt's just moving along.
Like the belt was just moving, and he kept talking to me and glancing back and talking to me, and I was just kind of like, I'm going to take it and go now because you have a job to do that's keeping me and America safe. But
Yeah, that's how they do.
he's an interesting guy. But, you know, I think you can make them laugh. I think you can have a conversation with them.
It really. I mean, I guess it all just really depends on the person. You know, whether they're amicable or not. Because
Really,
I know that I know that I always try and come in and like say, hey, what's up, and be nice, or not like, hey, what's up, but I try and be like, hello, or like,
Polite.
good morning. Try and instigate something that's friendly, and a lot of times I'll just get straight shut down. Just not
Yeah,
saying
you
anything.
always try to be polite. You know, that's I think it's just something that you do.
Yeah.
That's actually what was I going to say? Darn about TS. Oh, what I'm, what I always wonder is like how day in and day out that's your job. How like are you able to keep that vigil? I don't think they can. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I imagine.
the whole weight on your mind of like if I don't catch this, it could be really big. But at the same time, I feel like that whole sort of, oh, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's nothing. I don't know. I would have a very difficult time in that job keeping my dedication.
I would.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, it's hard to keep dedication in any job if it's something you're doing day in and day out.
But you have to. See, that's the thing for TSA job.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't necessarily. It's not vigilance that necessarily is necessary. It's just necessarily is necessary. Nice, Mitch. But so long as I guess it's just so long as you're paying attention. It's not necessarily like the caliber of intensity that vigilance has. It's just like, being aware, I guess. Noticing, keeping your mind out of the clouds. That's how I see it, at least.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
That'd be a little bit easier to handle, I guess.
Yeah. Just because why not?
Yeah, that's true. Why not?
Oh, God. How have you been keeping busy out in Phoenix, man?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm taking care of this house right now.
Right.
And, so, that's going okay. I've been swing dancing 3 times now since I've been back, which is extremely minimal compared to at Chapman. So,
Right.
I'm kind of pissed off about that, but,
Well, I mean, I feel like you have a pretty solid excuse of, not having it as a class anymore.
Yeah, but it's more of a I wish I could be doing it more, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't be too mad at myself because I am in this situation, but it's just I wish I could. I wish I wasn't here and unable to do the types of things that I love.
Yeah.
That's I've been basically just been laying low in this house. I've seen a couple friends. A couple friends are back, but for the most part, it's just been me and Skyrim. Actually, I picked up Skyrim again. So,
What is that
yeah?
game like?
um,
I mean, compared to Diablo, don't laugh at me. Like,
no, we're not lying. It's just where do we
if
begin?
anything, okay.
As compared to Diablo, it is there's a bit more customization that goes into Skyrim. It's more. There's definitely more control or more freedom to control the game however you want. You don't have to play the main storyline at all if you don't want
I kind of
to.
wish Diablo 3 was sandbox.
Yeah, that. I mean, it becomes the thing about Diablo is that it becomes sandbox if you allow it. You can
What does
just
that
go
mean?
around and. Well, I mean, it's just you can go around and just kill stuff. You don't have to necessarily follow the storyline. But I guess it's not like as sandboxy as it could be. It's not like, oh, go forth and you can join this guild if you want to, or hey, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But
see, but that's what Skyrim is in a nutshell. It's literal. This is the world. Go.
Yeah, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good stuff.
Keeps you busy, definitely.
No doubt.
A little bit too busy.
What's the temperature like up in Phoenix?
Oh gosh, today was let's see, let's look on my computer.
1,007?
Something like that. Oh, right now it is 90 degrees. It's almost 10
Wow.
o'clock. Yeah, it's nice.
Nice and cool.
Tomorrow it's going to be 107
As the high?
as the high.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Friday is going to be 111.
Ooh.
High. Yeah, that's Friday will be June 1st. So the first day of June will be 111.
When is it the worst? Like mid-July?
Oh, mid-July is when it hits
Like
hard.
120?
Yeah, that'll get you 110 easy every single day. 120 on a.
Do you know?
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I could not do it.
Do you know?
I don't want to do it.
I heard. Speaking of temperature, what a weird segue. I heard that the Lakers did this. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I don't remember where I heard this, but they go into a room, or they've done it. I don't know how many times. They did it at least once, and the coaches sent the Lakers into a room that was negative 70 degrees for 60 seconds.
Oh,
And then they get out of the room, and what happens, and I don't understand why this works, but because your body basically thinks it's dying, all the blood rushes to your core, So, the blood in your muscles rushes to your core, and then once you're out, the blood rushes back in, and it's replenished somehow. So it allows them to, do twice the workouts that they could do before. Think about that, because it's like they're healed almost. It's kind of a weird way of cheating.
So it's like
that's interesting. I can see how that would work.
It's like one practice session of an hour and a half or whatever, and then they go and do this.
Yeah, instead of where they could only do one workout in a day, it's basically like they're starting over. Like they're speeding up the recovery process somehow.
It's like a temporary
by
recharge.
replenishing the muscles with new blood. But I don't really understand. That's what I'd like to kind of hash out. Is that I'm not really.
I think I can maybe decipher for you, Senior. It's you know how your heart has those two loops, and so the blood cells go into the heart from wherever it was that they gave oxygen to. They go into chamber 1. They get oxygen from the lungs through I don't remember the process exactly.
We don't
but
need to go into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, no. I'm going to the nitty-gritty just for the sake of this, and then it goes into loop 1, and it goes out, and goes out loop 1, gathers oxygen, goes in, goes out loop 2, dispenses the oxygen, and comes back in and repeats the process. Basically, the reason why I bring that up is if loop 2 is extremely short, they keep it in their core, not only is your heart going much faster, but the loops are being completed much quicker, and there's there's more oxygen is being transferred.
I wasn't taking into account
constantly.
The lungs and breathing and CO2. I wasn't thinking about that. That makes sense.
So I think if when you're saying all the blood goes to your core, that's sort of you're getting so much rejuvenating oxygen going because it's just whipping around your heart.
Right. And then it goes back into the muscles and kind of,
Yeah.
It was just crazy. Wow, that is extreme science.
This. I would have never thought of that.
But I don't know. I feel like what if it's a minute and a half? You start dying or?
Well, probably. Yeah, you can't do that for that long.
Negative 70 degrees. I can't even really. fathom that.
That's cold.
And you just get naked. You just get naked. And you're not wearing Eskimo, attire.
You run in there with your teammates. I'll huddle into the freezer for 60 seconds.
You're afraid your dick's just gonna fall off.
It wouldn't fall up. It would just immediately just shoot up into you and become ovaries again.
It's like a bullet. It's just,
Oh man. Oh shit! Yeah.
Everyone's voices go up about 6 octaves.
Yeah, right.
That.
Oh man. Wow! I'm imagining just like Kobe and Shaq shivering inside this giant freezer for 60 seconds, just like fuck Phil Jackson, fuck Phil Jackson, fuck Phil Jackson.
When it's getting that cold, what happens to oxygen? Is there a point where it's?
I don't know.
I feel like oxygen freezes at very, very.
Yeah, it's like negative 221 degrees Fahrenheit or something. It's
space essentially.
Yeah, or I don't think there even is oxygen in space.
No, but the temperature of space.
Well, then yeah.
In order for oxygen to liquefy, I'm pretty sure it's ridiculously low. Like lower than the temperature in space. Like you don't have liquefied oxygen on Pluto or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you would at some point you'd have to get some kind of.
No, there is at a certain temperature you can have pure oxygen in a liquefied form. At a certain temperature you can have pure oxygen in a solid state. It's just it has to get cold enough that they're literally the atoms are not moving around enough to separate into gas form. And it's extremely easy for oxygen to be moving around that much.
I see. All makes sense now.
Wow.
As I took AP Chem.
Science rules.
Science doesn't suck. Yeah.
What gets me is the fact that there are no explosions in space. Because no fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's no
whenever
oxygen.
you see those movies, like all of them, whenever the ship gets hit, there's fire there.
Well, and see now the thing is that is possible.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And it's because there's oxygen in the spaceship, and that is where the explosion comes from.
Yeah, so it's an explosion outward, not like because the laser hits the outside, it explodes.
Right, it's from the inside. The fire is sucked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why there's never a burning piece of something in space. You never see a piece of wreckage float by that's on fire.
Yeah, fantastic rebuttal.
I mean, we're
all friends here.
We're resolving. There was the plate thing. We solved that 100%. There was the fires in space. We resolved that 100% too. I think
we're resolving all kinds of things today.
We're knocking down obstacles, challenges.
All in a day's work for the Avatar.
And for working title.
And working title. Speaking of which, I have to give the shout out. 2 things. Number 1, fuck M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalala.
Shyamalama Ding Dong. There it is. Fuck him. Totally.
Why?
He's been going downhill since Signs. Well, for one. And mostly because he destroyed what could have been great.
The Last Airbender?
The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Avatar The Last Airbender is fantastic. For anyone that hasn't seen it, I'll be the first to say it definitely starts out as a kid's show. But one of the amazing things I've found about the show is that it ages along with the audience.
Yeah.
It's not a show that tried to stick to one age group, or it didn't try to stick to let's get the 7 to 10 age group. It was let's get this age group and we'll just stick with them. They'll just keep watching.
Like the 92, 93 age group. Like born in the year 92, 93, that kind of that definition of age group?
Well, no, I mean they didn't try to SpongeBob SquarePants. it has the humor has been the same the entire time, and like the mood and tone of the show has been the same the entire time.
It's timeless. That's what you're saying.
Well, no.
Yeah.
What it's sort of like what I was saying with the born in 92, 93. There's like a certain group of a certain age, like a generation, I guess, and it's the show's growing up with the generation. So the same kids
supposed to be growing up.
Yeah, with the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's
It gets a lot darker by season 3 and everything, and a lot of the humor elements are still there, but it's also like you can tell that the mood of the show has really gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
As the characters get older too, which is all interesting.
Yeah. See, now I always revealed I've never watched Avatar.
You're a bitch.
See, and it's people get mad at me, especially because one of the ways that's brought up is that people ask me, well, what kind of TV do you like to watch? And depending on how well I know them, it's either Community or Community and a bunch of anime. And for the people who are more generally open to answering that question with another question, it's eventually the conversation leads to Avatar, and they sort of jump on the assumption that I've watched Avatar, and regrettably I haven't, so I have to reveal that. And Mitch, you are not alone in people who hate me for not having seen that show.
I haven't seen that show, bitch. Anyway, boom. I love you. Just I get the silence from you guys, the silent treatment.
Oh, that's just because I forgot to unmute my mic after I took a shit.
Oh.
But,
I didn't even notice you were gone.
It's because I muted my mic.
Mm.
Well, thank you for doing that, Mitch.
You're welcome.
Very courteous, gentlemanly, and discreet of you.
Yeah, and then you guys you had to call me out about it. So
we didn't call you out. We didn't know where you were, Mitch. We miss you.
I mean, you could have said anything else if you wanted to.
It's true, but honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up something that's so talk. You can talk about it. I'm sorry, guys. I was shitting. Like that's funny.
Yeah, hey man, everyone loves a good poop joke, except for chicks. Chicks tend to not dig the poop jokes.
But chicks don't go to the bathroom.
That's true.
I saw this. You said taking a shit. I thought dropping a load, which was a line spoken in this 80s movies I saw a few nights ago on Netflix with Charlie Sheen and some guy I don't know. When they were high schoolers, or that age group, and they played kids that went on a killing spree.
That's delightful.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, it worked. Charlie Sheen did a good job.
Sure.
He was like the better one, though.
Well, if it's the guy that we don't know, then yeah, I guess.
They say dropping a load at some point, and it refers to taking a shit, and I just realized that like dropping a load has a totally different meaning today than when it did in the 80s.
Yeah, it's true, though I've never really heard the term dropping a load.
Really?
Well, not dropping.
I mean, yeah, but, dropping would always...
Shooting.
Shooting.
Releasing.
Right. Anyway.
No, but yeah, that's a good point. That very, very different connotations.
Time. In conclusion, time.
Time is beautiful.
This is like the anchorman scene. Time is chair. Time is computer.
When in Rome, guys.
Kill people.
Yeah. By the way, have you seen that trailer or the teaser for Anchorman 2?
No.
Oh gosh, there's no footage because they haven't even started filming it yet, but it's just
sound.
It's like a PSA sort of thing with the four of them and you just gotta watch it. People of working title fandom, you gotta watch this teaser trailer. Just because, it got me so excited for Anchorman 2.
Sweet. I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Anchorman 2.
I'm going to say something that'll probably inspire the level of ire that you guys thought I held for you when you said you didn't watch Avatar. I haven't seen Anchorman.
Whoa.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah. Come at me. Come at me.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn. Though you're not the first person in the past couple weeks to have, or months to have said that to me. However, the other person, I've given her a lot of shit. But Mitch, I guess I can't anymore because now it's not extremely abnormal.
Have you seen Old School, Mitch?
I have seen Old School.
Okay.
Okay, then you're fine.
Anchorman's like old school, but I feel like lesser known. Maybe not.
Anchorman?
Yeah.
Anchorman is sort of a generational thing. You know, for example, the first time I had my dad sit down and watch Anchorman, we get to like the first 3 minutes, and my sister comes out of her room, and my sister's only 3 years older than me. She comes out of her room and goes, "Is Anchorman on?"
Huh.
You know, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm putting it on so Dad can watch it." And she sat down and watched it with us. So it's really sort of like anybody between the ages, somewhere in the near age group around us, as Anchorman is one of the iconic films that we thought was really funny.
It was pretty raunchy, though, right?
I mean, yeah, it had.
I mean, I don't remember it vividly, but
Oh, see, I've seen it.
I would imagine I wouldn't want to watch it with my dad, probably.
No, I mean, well, my dad is the kind of guy who would enjoy that type of movie, so
That's cool.
yeah.
I watched Pineapple Express with my dad, so,
Did he enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, he was laughing his ass off throughout.
It's a pretty good movie.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I got high for that movie with some friends and went to a movie theater, and I gotta say, it was like, when I came out of that, it was like Lord of the Rings. That was the way it felt. the epicness was there.
Wow.
It was a pretty great movie.
I mean,
with that audience, like everything was working for it.
That's like the inception of Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
You're high watching a movie
With other people that are high.
about being high.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because you always hate when people go into a movie and they're just like, they're already like hating it. They're trying to like rip it apart and shit.
Pisses me off. Especially when it's like opening night.
Yeah.
That just makes me angry because they don't even give it a chance.
Like, I feel like if you're going to go to it trying to enjoy it. Like, meet it halfway. If it can't meet you, then that's it. But
Yeah.
if you're not interested, don't go and see that movie.
Yeah. Why would you?
Unless you're going to troll.
Just
She dies at the end, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
man, fuck you.
Wow.
I'm heavy into Mad Men right now. I don't know if either of you guys have seen that show. It's on Netflix.
I have not. Mates are very into it, so I've walked in and out of them watching it on Netflix.
Yeah,
and it seems like a really good show, but I never had the time to sit down with them and watch it.
yeah. It's kind of slow, and honestly, there's a lot of moments where it ends on a kind of a cliffhanger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting there kind of wondering, like, did I understand all of that? Like, it's so subtle and subdued the way that they do the show. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of implication.
Mm.
It's a very well done because it kind of the show is filmed in a way that reflects the kind of repressed period that it takes place in.
Yeah, I was going to say that's sort of like the repressed 60s, early 60s kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it's good. The clips I've seen, it made me want to watch it.
It's just amazing that back then those people could not express themselves the way we can today.
Yeah.
And they show that they highlight that in the show when these intense things are happening, and these people just can't address it directly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very good. Definitely a little over my head though, potentially.
Yeah. But I mean, that's one of the good parts of that show, isn't it? It's just cerebral or whatever you call it.
Mitch, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch, are you using the restroom again?
I've just got nothing to say about Mad Men. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, man.
Yeah, you could have said like the '60s, Rosa Parks, and then we would have been like, oh, and that would have taken us down the road.
Sorry. Though I did see the one episode of Mad Men where they first introduced the aerosol can as deodorant. That was interesting stuff. How you, you know, you forget how, like, how new. Well, no, just how new almost everything we take for granted is.
Yeah,
that's true.
They have a lot of cool moments like that.
Yeah.
They have a moment with John Deere. You know, the guy drives it into the office. It's like, oh, this is an amazing product. You know, like it didn't exist before then.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's just crazy to think about that.
All those things that you don't really think about. Oh, well, when was it invented? It was sort of like, well, this has just been here.
And what about all the cigarette smoking? And then
that's one of the best parts of the show.
And they do that while pregnant too.
Well, yeah, that's because like
the woman does.
They didn't know it wasn't healthy for you.
There were literally advertisements that were like 4 out of 5 doctors recommend this brand of cigarettes over the other ones because it's that much better.
But doesn't it seem like what happens to all these fucked up, like where are these fucked up people that they claim cigarettes cause? You know, if you're pregnant and smoking,
we're their kids.
Well, we're the kids of their kids.
Yeah,
of their kids.
I mean, you said where are the results of this?
No, but you know
results of this fucked up. So we are the kids of the results of that fucked up stuff smoking.
Right.
Well, we might be the grandkids. I think we made it safe.
We are the grandkids. I think the grandkids of the people who were smoking that much, probably.
Yeah. True that.
No, there's a my grandparents on my mom's side. They're on their honeymoon, and Gramps is smoking a cigarette. And he looks like a boss. It's just like he's in that pose, and we're like, oh yeah, it's cool. That's an awesome photo, Grandpa. And he's like, yeah, everybody smoked back then. Had a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah,
that's just what you did.
They would even say that it like cured asthma and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like there's like benefits. People would talk about all like the benefits of smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Have you guys seen The King's Speech?
Yes.
Perchance? No.
Yeah.
Because there's a not to spoil anything, because it is a great movie. But there's a scene in which the speech tutor takes a cigarette out of the king's mouth, and he says, the king says that he was told that smoking is supposed to help him relax and open his mouth more, and the other guy is like, no, that's complete shit. I don't believe that. But neither one of them could prove the other wrong.
Yeah.
So that was just sort of like an interesting, in hindsight, as an audience watching, going, oh, hey, that's kind of clever. But it's true. That's what they would think.
Well, yeah, I guess it would calm the vocal cords and just because it's like the whole. I guess the sensation of smoke coming through is kind of calming in general. I don't know. What do you think? Well, would you say that the sensation would more likely calm? Calms the throat more than it irritates it.
It definitely irritates the throat more, but the end result of having a cigarette is typically that you can ease off of, or it puts you in a much more relaxed mood in which talking is not nearly as difficult as it would seem. The words are not extremely, like, the words are not impossible to find, I guess. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've always felt, though, that I do feel gross mostly after smoking a cigarette. Sometimes even a little sick if, like, I'm hungry or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Like,
It's-
yeah.
yeah.
Because you want to get rid of that taste in your mouth. It tastes nasty.
Sometimes it lingers, too. Like, pretty intensely.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See, now it's just got me thinking about that. I don't want to be thinking about that. It's gross.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch.
Cigarettes.
Yeah. I was actually, but though most people who found out I was a smoker, via like one of my friends coming up and asking for a cigarette, like to bum a cigarette, and they just happen to be like next to me, and they'd be like, "Oh, you smoke?" Apparently, I don't smell like cigarette smoke, and they're always shocked.
You don't. You've somehow managed to beat the system.
Mm.
Might have something to do with your grandfather being a super cool smoker with his cool pose.
I really hope that that's not all it was, but
Or the,
you might have genetically modified yourself that way you don't produce it doesn't like stick to you or whatever.
I repel the smoke smell.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or like your body naturally knows that the smell is coming, so then it sends out like a counter smell that completely dissipates the scent altogether.
As a superpower, that'd be like the shittiest superpower. One of them.
What's the thing about a superpower?
Well, just like that just made me think. Like people always talking about like blah blah blah. The whole discussion of superpowers sometimes brings up the topic of, well, what are like the worst superpowers you could ever have? And I'm just thinking like smoke repellent. I don't know, just sort of popped into my head as like that could be a superpower of mine. And then the next thought was, well, that's the worst superpower I could ever have.
That's like pickpocket. That's a superpower.
I think I've got 3 superpowers that are worse than smoke propellant for you.
Exactly. Okay, let's hear them. I'm excited.
Okay. Number 1, you have the ability to recharge AA batteries by holding them between your thumb and index finger.
That is so specific.
Right?
That'd be pretty cool, though.
It would be, for how long? And you couldn't do anything with it. Whereas
what about other batteries?
Nope, just AA. No, I'm
Just
just kidding.
AA.
You could do any kind of You could only recharge batteries, though. You couldn't, send a shock through somebody by touching them. It would just be recharging batteries. You could fill an empty cup with water, but only if you're holding it, and only with water. And then you could pull a motorcycle out of your ass and then ride it.
Wow.
Well,
clean getaway. Oh, not very clean.
Did it hurt?
Oh, God. Actually, in my mind, I always see it being a perfectly shining, clean motorcycle, like a Harley Davidson that you just pull out and you go...
Not covered in blood.
I mean, but would it hurt?
Well, I imagine since it's a superpower, it wouldn't.
Okay, well then, that's not that bad.
It isn't. I guess we just thought it was really funny when we thought about it randomly.
How about this superpower? How about melting? That's your superpower. You just melt. Like, oh God, no.
Well, if you could melt down to a pool, you could dodge like anything. Just melt and then reform myself. Melt.
You could pull off any bank, like murder, because you're just a puddle.
Oh, but if you could control the puddle, I don't know about that.
Maybe even if you can't control the puddle, you commit a crime, you run away, you melt, and it's just, it's a puddle of water next to this whatever.
Or if you're a superhero, you make bad guys slip. That's like it. That's your fucking
Hey.
You'd somehow have to run in front of them so that way you could turn into a puddle and they're like, whoop!
Right.
Gotcha. And then, but your arch nemesis is the super hopper or rain boot man.
Rainbow
I
Man.
don't know.
I'll splash all over you with crime. Huh.
Actually, that would be a pretty interesting comic or something, like turning something as stupid a superpower as that, like on the surface, and like a way that this guy is capable of turning it into like saving the universe shit.
Wow. That would be difficult, I feel like.
That'd be really hard.
There's only so many ways you can melt. So many things you could do with it.
No, but I mean, it's like it would be one of those really cool, like, I've been given this power, and even though it's not the best power I could have, I'm going to use it and somehow do what I've always wanted to do with it.
I've always felt really bad for that one kid in X-Men 2 that could change the channels of the TV by blinking.
Yeah.
It's a really solid power he
Yeah,
had.
it's a shitty power. Or is that the tip of the iceberg? You know what I mean?
I feel like that might have been the tip of the iceberg.
I think later it turns into he becomes like the tech specialist and he can just control all kinds of technology.
That
for
is
the
useful
team.
as shit. That's
Yeah,
mastermind type power.
Yeah, but they didn't really show him off
Right.
properly. In the,
I mean, he was like an 8-year-old.
It was just sort of like an extra, like an Easter egg, or look at this cool kid's power. He's a mutant. Okay, back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story now.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Men in Black 3.
Oh, I've seen it. Have you seen
You
it?
saw it already?
Yeah.
Was it out this past weekend?
It came out this past weekend.
I didn't see it, but how was it?
It was a Men in Black movie.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was enjoyable.
Would you say it was the best of the three?
It's been such a long time since I've seen the other two, but I would say I enjoyed it about as much as the other two. So yeah.
I do not remember it too.
Two?
At all.
It's did you see it?
Yeah.
It's the one with the giant cockroach.
That's number one.
It's the one with the giant
Men in Black 2 is the one where it's the hot chick with the tentacles and she takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to get Kay's memory back because, he got flashed at the end of the first one, so.
They needed him back.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
there's a good twist in it. Somewhat see it coming, but at the same time it's
it's good. It's good.
Have you seen it? Have you seen
Yeah, I've seen
Men in Black 3? Oh, you saw Men in Black 3? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, Men in Black. I thought you were still talking about 2. No, I haven't seen 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 3 has a good twist.
That's it.
You could sort of see it coming, but at the same time, it's not really.
Same time, you're just like, I didn't see that coming.
Cliche, but a little unexpected.
I'm just gonna. Don't tell me whether I'm right, but by what you've been saying, K is Jay's father. That's my thought.
Oh my gosh, you're wrong.
I told you not to tell me whether I was right, you bitch.
Who knows if I was telling the truth?
I don't.
Uh-huh.
So...
Only people who've seen the movie know if I'm telling the truth.
Fair enough.
Guys.
Yeah.
I started reading Conan the Barbarian, or
The
Coming of Conan the Cimmerian, which I guess I don't know if you guys are familiar with those books at all.
No.
The way they do it is, I don't know if it's kind of like shorter stories. I'm trying to find the connection. I'm probably like 40, 50 pages in, but it seems like kind of different glimpses in time. It's really interesting. I don't know. They came out with that new movie that apparently sucked. But based on the book, it's just he's a really like well-rounded guy. Like I just had an image of like Schwarzenegger,
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
But he's actually like a king. In what I'm reading, and they show that this guy's insecurities and shit. Anyway, it seems like Robert E. Howard is the author, and he like founded fantasy, I believe. It's
Really?
kind of crazy. You guys should check it out. Especially, I think, Mitch, you said you were reading a lot.
Yeah, reading more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, it just got me thinking, like, that time period. Like, there's something kind of cool about that, right? Like, the idea that, like, you live based on, like, family name and lineage, and, like, loyalty means everything, and, you know.
House
kill
like House
people.
Villadolid. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, House Philadelphia. I
I
feel like
wanna-
they. Yeah.
I want to have a house like House Villadolid. That would be so cool.
Is that the way they do it? House of?
Well, it depends on the culture, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll say, like, I am a Baratheon, or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of House Stark.
Stark.
House
That's a
Lannister.
badass name. That's a
Yeah, it
great
is.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, the latest descendant of House Stark.
Like, can you imagine living that way? Like, your brains must just be programmed differently, like completely differently from the way
Yeah.
we live today.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it would have to be different.
But then again, I mean, it would be such a major change of pace.
Yeah. I mean,
I
if
don't
you
know.
got to experience today and then went back and had to survive.
Oh, and see
That
now,
would be-
what if today was like that? Like, what if we kept that mentality?
But we're still in the future, kind of, with, like,
Still with our tech.
yeah.
Like 2012, but feudal.
That's like
Well, oh,
You
Mad
know,
Max,
but
kind
like
of.
that's
democracy never happened.
that's a
Whoa.
book that needs to be written
Or
right now.
democracy falls apart. There you
Dystopia.
back
go,
to
for
feudalism?
voting.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. I don't. It's starting to hurt my brain a little bit. God damn.
Yeah. That would be super. That would be a super interesting world.
Like swords and crossbows. For some
Well,
reason, they never got gunpowder.
I mean, well, that would be an interesting. I've actually, speaking on that, really briefly, the whole concept of discovering the whole concept of, well, guns are the end all be all of weapons right now, and so I've been trying to think
Nuclear
of,
weaponry.
well, yeah, but see, that's a projectile, and so it's become a game of long range projectiles, and I'm trying to think. What kind of world, or what could happen that could end the usefulness of a projectile, and we would have to go back to swords,
Okay. Oh, never mind.
you know, or you know, or even you know what beats projectiles.
Well, what about the lasers? The satellites that shoot lasers in space. Think about that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
Like,
you
that's
know,
how we fight.
That's at a distance. What I'm saying is, you know, because what was it? The stick beat the rock. The spear beat the stick. The sword beat the spear. The shield beat the sword. The bow beat the shield. The crossbow beat the bow. You know, the gun beat the crossbow. What beats the gun?
X-Men.
I think we need to have the X-Men. Or Captain America.
There is no gun. Matrix style.
Oh, man.
There are no
Oh.
bullets.
There
There's no
are no
spoon.
bullets. There's no spoon.
Can you imagine if it's just a level of enlightenedness that transcends, like, power? Or that's what it takes. It's like believing something and, like, mental discipline actually somehow.
Like, you
allows
can
you
make
to
the
do
gun
things.
disappear?
Yeah.
You are not holding that gun anymore. Oh my god, I'm not holding the gun anymore.
I remember
Percep-
there was a moment. It was like a week. It was probably like 2 days. I don't know how old I was. Maybe 14. And I remember, like, I came across this article, and it was like all about how, like, if you just practice, you can move things with your mind. I was just thinking, like, man, just informing fucking people to do that. It's just the most ridiculous thing ever.
I would want to. I mean, if it says, like, you know, 2 minutes out of every day, or, you know, like, if you try hard enough, you practice, I would do it.
It said you need to, like, visualize, like, the molecules individually and, like, your hand going through them or some crazy shit. Or, like, your mind, like, thinking about them all at once. I don't know.
That sounds pretty freaking meta.
Crazy, right? But what if,
you could
what
do
if this
it,
guy built the website and he fucking figured it out?
if you could do, I would be so impressed. I would want to learn how to do that.
I bet it would have to take like 10 years on top of a mountain somewhere. You know?
I would do it. I would want to move shit
in a monastery. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
You guys have seen Accepted, right?
Yeah, Accepted.
Yeah.
The college, yeah, with Justin Long.
Mitch, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, at the very end of the movie, where he's like the guy who's like, I want to blow shit up with my mind, and that's like the thing he wants to learn in college.
Yeah. Right.
The guy's car blows up, and they all turn around and look. The guy's like, "Told you," and that's the end of the movie. I died.
Boom.
My friends and I.
Spoiler,
my friends.
we don't even care, motherfuckers. Oh,
We rewound that part
in your face.
and just watched it again and again.
Yeah.
That didn't spoil anything.
Yeah, I guess not. Except you saying it was in the end.
Yeah, it was
You're
at
right.
the
It's
end.
not a spoiler.
Sorry, guys.
Spoiler
The guy.
is a big plot.
Yeah, he actually learns how to blow shit up with his mind. I'm sorry, I ruined that part.
You dick. Anyway.
Yeah.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis is great. I think it's a highly underrated superpower,
That's what Chronicle was.
among other things.
Rave reviews
No,
from me.
was it were they so by flying? I'm assuming that they were technically just moving themselves
Yep.
with their minds.
Yep.
There you go.
That's exactly what. And then it became about being able to multitask. You know, and it was interesting. And then there's something. Yeah, I won't go further than that.
Yeah, don't ruin it for me.
No,
It does sound
because
cool.
it's very interesting the way they do it. And you really think like, wow, this is probably what me and my friends would do if we just got superpowers. You know, and if you see the trailer, it's just like to the extent that you'd probably dick around a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely
you'd
have
move
fun
a car
with it.
across the street, you know, and wait
Yeah,
for the driver.
Just because, you know?
You just move someone's car so that way they can't find it in a parking lot. Just ha ha ha.
And once you could fly, holy shit!
The kind of chaos you would cause.
Just the freedom of that would be an amazing power.
Yes.
Also, jumper. I've wanted that power. That would be very useful too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a fun film. A lot of people
I liked it.
hated it, but it
See, I
has
haven't seen
Samuel
either of
Jackson.
those.
I took it for what it was, you know.
Yeah, that's all you can do with that movie. It's just take it.
Yet another example of the Samuel L. Jackson theory.
Yep.
Hypothesis. Any movie he's in, regardless of whether the fact that it's a very bad or very good movie, is made just a little bit better by the fact that he's in it.
fine seasoning or something like that.
Yeah,
There's the Samuel L. Jackson in there. It's like A1 steak sauce.
Cilantro.
yeah. A nice basil, perhaps.
Yeah. Bit of chives and onion.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh. Would you like some fresh ground Samuel L. Jackson, please? Oh, just a hair.
Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, jumper. Teleporting?
Teleporting.
Oh. Yeah, the idea that he could just look at like a picture of a place and go there.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, see, now that's the interesting part about the definitions of the power of teleportation is Nightcrawler can only go places, is only comfortable going places that he's seen before.
Right.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he can get stuck in a wall or something.
Fuck that restriction.
That would suck.
It would suck. But I mean, you could be pretty badass just like teleporting around people and like it's about learning how to fight, throw punches, and then you can like just teleport. You're solid.
Your momentum, yeah.
Even if guys that have guns, teleport behind them, grab the guns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit.
Well, you also have to be prepared for it. Did you guys see X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Yes. When he gets...
Yeah,
Yeah.
Will.i.am. His teleported character runs into a little bit of trouble during his teleportation fight style.
Right, I vaguely remember that.
This is the very beginning of the movie, so we're not spoiling
I just
it.
remember that Will.i.am. I was like, Will.i.am is in this movie.
Yeah, I was like, what?
For
How
like
did that
20 minutes.
Yeah.
He was in there he was
I'm
in
an X-Men now.
yeah,
That was his contribution.
something like that. You know, he just wanted to be.
No, but you're right. But see, the thing is with momentum, and they do this in the fight scenes, but you never really notice it. And I think is like a great aspect of that superpower is you can wind up your kick. Like start kicking, teleport to where like to a point where the kick connects, and then connect the kick.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to be in front of them the entire time winding up that kick. You can start, you can get there right when you need to, you can finish the kick, and then you can go back to a safe place.
And if you had an object in your hand, even better.
Yeah.
Or a gun,
Correct.
some type of Uzis.
Like a grenade, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have perfect grenade placement every single time. You just teleport in, drop it, teleport out.
Yeah.
You would actually place it. You just take this, and then teleport away.
Here, hold this. Bitch. Gone.
That would be like a pigeon move. You call that the pigeon, for sure. Just drop by, drop a little bomb, and then
Bitch.
fly away.
Not giving a fuck.
That's gonna become the thing. Like people will just like you take a little shit somewhere and then you wait.
If I ever have a teleportation, I'm gonna name that the pigeon. It's like a military term.
No, people are gonna do it for real though. 'Cause they won't teleport; they'll just have to run. Do it in random places. Climb on top of a really nice car.
I hope not.
I think
take a little dump and then run away.
Fingers crossed for that not happening.
Yeah. I don't want people to randomly run into a parking lot and shit on my car and run away.
What is pigeoning?
Fair enough.
Dateline NBC.
Oh no! The new viral sensations. Yeah.
Fuck flanking. It's all about pigeoning, bitch.
Ooh, what's flank? Wait, flanking? Is that what you said?
Flanking.
What's that?
I'll pigeon on your plank.
It's where you find random things and you try and hold your body straight. Have you not heard of this? You've not heard of this? Planking.
I've heard of a lot of these different types of things. One of them was like stooping. I don't know.
Owling.
Owl. There you go.
Owling.
And I saw one that was Batmaning. It's pretty awesome.
What's that?
Basically, you hang yourself by like your toes, so you're just hanging upside down.
A little dangerous.
It's a little dangerous, but
you land on your head, break your neck.
That's what you have arms for. Break your fall.
Yeah.
But you just have to be a badass and just do it.
I mean, pigeoning is kind of dangerous too.
Because you can get yourself shot, or you can get your face eaten off.
Well, I mean, don't do it in Texas. You're trying to shit on someone's yard. That'd be a horrible way to die. You just get shot shitting in someone's yard.
No.
Oh.
Is it true that you shit when you die? I heard that.
Oh, you will.
Well, it's not necessarily. I mean, it depends on it. If you were holding in a shit, then yes, you'll die.
Is that official, Mitch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just you lose control of your bowels. So it's like there's no longer your sphincter is no longer like held tight by your muscle memory.
So it depends on the kind of stage of digestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
I took a health class actually. They said that, believe it or not, actually, from the point of putting something in your mouth to shitting it out, tell me how long you think that takes.
Right?
No, it's something like 36 or something.
Mitch was closer to 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
How crazy. That blows my mind. I don't believe it.
I mean, there's a shit ton of intestines in you, man. You've got like
12 feet.
Is it 12?
I think so.
It's 12 of small, and I think it's 12 of small, and then I don't remember. I know that there's
12 and 18, maybe.
No. The large intestine is not nearly as big as the small.
Yeah, the large is like 7. There. I think the large is like 7, and then I want to say that the small is closer to like 20 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, and the food's not moving all that quickly through you.
But that was just crazy. Like, I don't believe it. I feel like when I eat something, sometimes like it triggers me going, "Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom right now."
Comes right out.
I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe.
I had corn last night, kind of scenario.
Yeah, I think it's just because a lot of people, I feel like there are some foods that would speed up digestion or like could speed up the entire process.
Or just slide through you.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily food is sliding through you. Like Chinese food or whatever. It's like if you have some bad Chinese food.
When you say sliding, I imagine like a fucking toboggan and just like
yeah, quick turn.
Just on the grease, just Sanka. You dead, man?
It's got to be like moving like a snail, kind of like a snail's pace, maybe a little faster.
Yeah.
Or
A snail on ice.
A snail on ice.
That's who I'm gonna be. By the way, I'm gonna be the retarded producer of the show.
Oh, shit.
It's official.
Oh,
Starting right
that's
now.
fine.
Sounds good, man. Wait, I mean, wasn't that the plan all along?
Oh yeah, I think so. I honestly do.
Oh,
Subconsciously or consciously, I'm not sure.
You establish yourself as the retarded producer.
Snails on ice. Take that shit, cats. Fuck you.
Pigeoning.
Pigeoning on ice.
These are my contributions.
Good work, my friend. Good
You
work.
take anything and add on ice after it. Sounds better.
Oh, it's like The Lion King on ice.
Right.
Sounds just
Genocide
so much
on ice? Yeah,
No,
that doesn't sound
no,
much
that-
better.
Well, genocide doesn't sound good
It's
in the beginning.
horrible imagery.
Well,
Do people?
It's not funny at all.
It's not. It's not. But do people run away in roller skates? Or I mean,
you're terrible.
You're terrible.
not roller
Son of a
skates.
bitch.
Ice skates.
Yes. Well, actually, I feel like it would be even funnier trying to see someone ice skate with rollerblades on.
Oh my god.
That would be
No.
fantastic. That's some
sounds
great
impossible.
imagery right there.
That would hurt so
I
much.
feel like it would only be possible if you could lock up the wheels. That would be the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to try it now. God damn it!
Whoa, discos on ice. Have they done that?
Yeah, they done that.
Oh man.
It's called like group figure skating, man. Probably disco. I imagine they've done it.
Or they just build it in wood and then it's just ice in certain spots, right? Just to throw in a little spontaneity into your evening.
Oh man, did you guys ever go to those like disco rollerblade nights? No.
I went to like a couple of those for like, middle school parties, like end of the year parties.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
those were
about it.
fun. There was a college event actually.
Wow.
There was a thing at Chapman last year. There was a roller skating event, and like people showed up smashed, and they ran into each other while roller skating.
And then they smashed.
Yeah, then they smashed into each other. And then they smashed, but
That sounds If you guys ever find a place where I could pick up a sweet pair of roller skates down in Orange, you should let me know. Cause
look up a Play It Again Sports.
Mitch, my trunk, actually.
your trunk? Wait,
Yeah, the trunk of
talking
my
about-
car.
But you got roller
just get in the
skates?
trunk and get in the trunk, and then they're in the back. I
Wait,
need to close
what?
that. I need to close
Wait a
the
minute.
door for a second.
Wait a minute. This sounds like I think this is a rape joke. It sounds like a rape and or kidnapping joke. And I
was
am
playing
not a
the
fan.
part. I was playing the part of a pedophile, trying to lure you in via roller skates.
Yeah, roller skates. Oh my god, I'm so excited about these.
I don't really think the promise of has the promise of roller skates been a technique of a pedophile. I don't.
Depends on how bad you want
Works.
roller skates.
Works on me.
Apparently.
Yeah, man. Hey, I could totally see myself becoming like the guy that's listening to big headphones and then just doing like that kind of dance stuff.
Roll bounce, dude.
Roll
roller
bounce.
just like across campus.
Oh shit! Was that a movie?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it was.
That was a movie. Nick
That
Cannon was
movie
in
made
it.
me regret not roller skating ever.
Yeah. Roll bounce.
Oh, bones.
Dude, that should be
And being in the 70s.
We should do that. We should have a working title.
Roll bounce.
Roll bounce event.
I like the name roll bounce. It's a sick saying.
We can. Here's what can happen with the money that we raise from those donations at the one and done that we gave a long time ago.
We're at like negative $40 right now.
We can we can throw a roller skating event, and we can podcast during it. And part of it can be like us up in a booth somewhere, and then part of it can just be down on like the rink as we try to podcast together while roller skating around.
Yep,
that would be hard as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should do this. I changed my mind.
I was just saying. Mm-hmm. I didn't really.
You made me want to go roller skating, man. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I have a quick question for you guys. Are worms considered bugs?
Yeah.
Insects? Ooh.
Well,
reptiles?
Definitely they're not insects, but are they considered bugs? Do you consider a worm to be a bug?
A creepy crawly.
No. I don't think
so either.
Like roly-polies. I put that in this similar category.
Okay. So, Jake, what do you think?
You know, I have to think about it, but it is a bug. You know, it's like close enough to a caterpillar and a roly-poly, and those are bugs in my mind, so.
Isn't there another way to distinguish between, is it not, it wouldn't be an insect.
Oh, no, insect has
that's
three
bug.
parts.
That's
yeah.
Would it be a reptilian?
It's an invertebrate, I think.
What does that mean?
Wait a minute.
No.
It doesn't have a spine. Yeah.
It does have a nervous system, though.
Well, it doesn't have a brain either.
I've never felt bad about fucking up a worm.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
Supposedly they do feel pain, right?
Well, I feel like I've also heard that you can cut them in half and then they'll
regrow.
Well, I've heard that plants scream when you pull them out of the ground. So it's just like frequencies we can't hear. That's what I've heard. So I think it's bullshit. Like everything has life force, right?
I don't believe that plants scream out in pain. I don't think they
they're
have
living. So
but
we snuff them out and eat them, and then in 48 hours we shoot them out. Boom.
But I don't think bacteria doesn't feel pain, does it?
No.
Well, bacteria doesn't. That's getting into just single cells, which doesn't. I mean, there's nothing there. It's just a cell.
Plankton does not feel pain. Not in SpongeBob, but
well, Plankton's also like some kind of weird cockroach in that show because he's just indestructible. Yeah. Actually, everyone's indestructible in that show.
It's a cartoon.
Wait, what? We're on a show now?
Well, SpongeBob.
Oh my god. I didn't know.
Back to it.
Yeah. But
there's an awful lot of fire underwater in that show. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't take place in space.
A lot of
yeah, but come on. Explain to me how the fire works. Explain it.
Isn't there a moment in
underwater volcanoes?
No. Well, that's magma, not fire.
I know, that's the only thing I could think
of.
But
there's a scene in SpongeBob. My roommate Alex Bull was telling me about this. It was clever because it was like one scene where like they're at a campfire and all of a sudden they ask, they're like, wait, is there fire going on underwater? And at that moment it goes out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought was pretty clever.
I suppose they could get away with it then if they're making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
It's like Angry Birds Space. It's fucking bullshit. I can't stand that game, dude. Like, when an object's in motion, it doesn't fucking stop. The birds run out of steam, It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, gravity starts pulling it back. Okay, so that's what it would have to be. It would have to be, you have to use Earth's gravity correctly to stop your bird from just flying straight into space.
Well,
that's what they
Earth's
should have
involved, though. There's no gravity out there.
That's what they should have.
There's gravity out there. The birds would have to be somewhat attracted to the other objects.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like the way the planets form is that the asteroids run into each other because they're all gravity.
So theoretically, if there's nothing, in a certain area of space where there's no forces of gravity except for two objects, and you hurl one object towards the other object, is it going to kind of bias towards hitting the other object? You know what I mean?
It's going to change
its
it's going to change its trajectory along that. It's going to change its trajectory because of the other object's gravitational pull.
Right. Okay, but
it could be put into orbit. Right. It could be it could swing by it. It could run into it.
Adjustment too.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. It will take that into effect. Now, if you take it in the middle of space and you take these two objects and you just place them there, they will be attracted to each other regardless. They will begin to float towards each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Physics, science, rules.
Yeah, I think
this has been a scientific episode.
Sure.
Hasn't it, though?
And face eaters.
Oh gosh, zombies, man.
Think about that when you're sleeping.
I don't want to.
Or you're gonna get into bed, get really comfortable, turn out the lights, lay your head to your pillow, listen to the night air slipping in through the window, and then right before you go to bed and your eyes are slowly shutting, just open your eyes really quick and make sure there's not a man standing over you about to eat your face.
I do that all the time, dude.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
Because the face eater will come.
The fucking face eater.
Dude, I constantly imagine shit like that.
He'll eat face.
Yeah, he will.
Okay. This is obscure as fuck, okay? That was so filthy and unnecessary. I apologize. Anyway, it was an episode of Buffy, I think. It must have been 10 years ago when I saw this. It was these creepy men that were they were mutes, and they were pale, they were just tall men. They wore these funeral outfits or funeral suits. Full attire, and they levitated, and they would levitate in groups towards people. It was fucking creepy as shit.
Well, they would just
that sounds freaky.
What did they do?
Well, I don't know. They killed people somehow. I don't remember what it was. Maybe they drained their soul or something crazy.
Ew.
But it was just you would just you would be moving, and then you would just see a man smiling in the distance. And then he would just start floating towards you, and you're running. I feel maybe it was a Halloween episode or something like that.
Oh, it's probably, yeah.
But it was so creepy. And I just think about that, I have to open my eyes and I'm okay, what if this was the time, all right, when some crazy
creepy funeral man is coming towards me?
Yeah. Open my eye, peek.
Guys, fuck you all. I'm living in this house by myself.
Oh, it'll be fine. Until the lights go out.
I hate you. I hate both of you.
Are you afraid of the dark?
You realize that I'm setting Freddy after you. Okay, after he's done with me, I'm going to give him your guys' names. All right?
That's a terrifying prospect, by the way. You can't sleep. That was such a genius, kind of gimmick.
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep.
Because everyone has to eventually.
Yeah, it's inevitable. You will literally die if you don't fall asleep.
But then you become a dream warrior.
A dream warrior.
And you fight. Because it's your dream.
Sounds like a Lifetime movie.
Well, because isn't it
Dream Warrior?
No, the third.
Starring Sandra Bullock.
Oh, jeez. You gotta fight for your dream. Yeah, I can see it already. It's got a Golden Globe written all over it.
Dream Warrior. I don't think a Lifetime movie's ever gotten it. Wait, Golden Globe's TV, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Shutting up.
Yeah, Golden Globes also. Emmys are also TV, right?
Yeah.
They're just the better than... whatever.
Yeah, it's... Gosh, no, I thought the third Nightmare movie, they had Dream Warriors, and because they realized, it's our dream. and so they started fighting back.
I haven't seen all of them.
Neither have I. I've never seen any of that. It creeps me the fuck out. I don't like horror movies. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I don't like them particularly.
And I'm about to fall asleep in this house by myself.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
you should watch Insidious, Jake. It's great.
Fuck you.
You know what's really great though? The fact that in The Strangers, they're inside the house.
Stop it! Stop
20
it!
minutes.
Stop
it!
Yeah.
They don't even know that they're inside the house.
It's a great
already.
movie. I'd like to see that again.
That shit was so creepy. Oh, I made a homemade mask for.
Can we not do this right now, please?
10th grade.
Yeah, fuck you, Mitch. Can we stop?
What's a
Please.
pussy?
I'm in this. I am a pussy right now. I'll admit it. I don't like horror movies.
I
was afraid by Scary Movie 3, okay? I thought Scary Movie 3 was scary. Alright, fuck you guys. And 2, this is like the perfect environment for me. I'm talking about a horror movie. I'm laughing. I'm in a house by myself where I'm about to go to sleep.
Dude, you're being filmed right now.
I'm setting myself up.
You're going to be in a snuff movie, Jake.
God damn it. And I'm on a podcast.
Here's what happens.
A clown will come in.
Fuck you, I hate clowns.
Me too.
If it or the thing or Freddy starts coming after you, just swing your purse at it. You'll sure to do a lot of damage there. And if that doesn't work, try gently removing your tampon and throwing it at them because everyone's disgusted by tampons.
Everyone.
I don't have a tampon.
You should double check between your of this conversation. I highly doubt that you don't. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Vagina.
Wow.
I think this is a fantastic note to
I think so.
God damn it.
wind this down on.
Oh, wow. You know what, guys? It's been nice knowing you, fans. I really hope that you don't listen to this just as evidence.
What?
I'll see you next week.
If you died, our viewership would be through the roof, Jake.
Yeah.
See you
there
next
would be
time.
so many sympathies.
Did we just cut out on that?
Who knows? This is Mitch Young.
I'm not going to do the name thing. I don't
care.
You
I'm
know us
saying
so well
anyway.
already.
Oh, wow.
Well, I already did it. So
We'll see you in about a week.
Guys, this has been fun.
And if any of you people are actually listening to this and play Diablo 3, Jinja Ninja, Jinja Ninja, number 1862. I'll see you on the fields of Sanctuary if you want.
At Working Title Pod. Get money.
At Working Title Pod.
Follow us.
Get paid? Oh, go for it.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's your cray.
That's your cray cray.
Later.
Deuces.